So like with comedy, I lately have been trying to look at what we're writing more and more as I mentioned, we're just trying to get a laugh. We're just trying to do something funny. I also do work which is educational. So we've done some videos for different Catholic organizations to create educational cartoons. I've worked with the Foundation for Economic Education and, done educational cartoons. Like I don't, I definitely do understand edutainment and the appeal of that, but Freedom Tunes is really like, we're just trying to be funny. And there's a lost art in just trying to do something well without getting overly ambitious and connecting it to way too many other things. I really admire people who do stand-up comedy or who just play an instrument really well. And they've picked something where a person can excel if they really work, and they're just trying to do that. Like, they're not trying to build out a whole franchise. They're not trying to take over the world with it. Like, they just want to get really good at something. I admire that because for me, I do have ambitions to continually expand what we're doing. Like I said, we have the cartoons. We also work with clients. We're working on a kid's pilot. I really want to grow this, and I think that's good, and I think that's what I'm called to do. At the same time, I so much appreciate when someone sees it as their vision to just get really good at that one thing.
That's Jason Everett.
Oh, really?
That's. I mean, people have sometimes dissed him for always giving the same talk.
I'm sorry. I thought you were saying that's something he said. But
no. It's just that he's gotten extraordinarily good at standing up and communicating the church's beautiful vision of human sexuality, and primarily younger audiences.
He crushes it. He's fantastic.
And the reason he's better than anybody else is he's given that talk 8 billion times.
8 billion times. I totally.
Whereas me, the reason I like doing Pints with Aquinas is I get to chat with different people about different things.
A bunch of different things.
One of the reasons I started moving away from talking and writing on pornography is because I started getting burnt out on it. It was difficult to deal not just with one topic, but a topic that was kind of dark.
And that can very easily happen. It can very easily happen, especially when it's a dark topic. There's a film I watched recently for the first time. It's about 10 years old now, so I'm late to the party. But it's called Whiplash. Have you ever seen Whiplash?
I don't know.
Oh my gosh. I love that film.
Yeah.
I just saw it for the first time.
Are you serious? Recently?
I just saw it like 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago for the first time.
When I said, have you seen anything?
I know, and that's because you asked if I'd seen anything really funny.
Fair. And you don't find it funny?
And I thought it was a more dramatic film, but it was brilliant because, firstly, I think if you're dealing with a good movie, there's some part of it that's open-ended, but it's still giving you a message. It's not spoon-feeding you what it's trying to tell you. And it's possible, by the way, that I'm getting it wrong because of that. Maybe what the film is trying to do is critique that understanding of the pursuit of greatness.
Can you explain the plot so people aren't lost?
So part of me is worried that by explaining the plot, and I'm gonna like spoil it. So I'll try to be as vague as I can. Whiplash is about an unorthodox, abusive, frankly, teacher at a fictional, prestigious music academy who is trying to get the best performance possible out of his students. And the protagonist of the film is a young man who wants to get very good at drumming.
Why do you suppose I just hurled a chair at your head, Neiman?
Part of why I like the film, firstly, is just, I forget the name of the actor.
J.K. Simmons?
J.K. Simmons, yeah, I know. And that's one of those names everyone knows, so I'm embarrassed to have forgotten it. But J.K. Simmons, his character he's incredible. It's a very unique character.
Okay, I'm thinking of a totally different film.
Okay.
I'm thinking of that... What's the movie about the glam band? This one goes to 11.
Spinal Tap.
Spinal Tap.
I even played it. See?
You just bought it?
Don't touch it. Don't touch it.
I wasn't going to touch it.
No, don't touch it.
I was just pointing at it.
Well, don't point even.
Don't even point?
No, it can't be played. Never. I mean,
Can I look at it?
No, you've seen enough of that one.
For some reason, that's what I thought when you said Whiplash. I haven't seen Whiplash.
Whiplash is... So... I really enjoyed this. There was a lot I enjoyed about it. And again, very possible I'm totally misunderstanding what the writer-director was trying to say, or the writers or directors if they're separate people. But the teacher, it's clear he goes too far He does things that are objectively not moral and are abusive, but it's motivated by a desire to get the best performance out of his students. And he's just very, very cruel to them. And in a way that I think you could argue would not produce the best musicians, but he believes it will. And the film doesn't go, look how bad and wrong he is. It's a nuanced exploration of it. We live in a culture where everyone feels entitled to be good at things. People feel entitled to be told that they're good at something, even if they've never practiced it, or even if they have practiced it, but only to the point where they're mediocre. And then once someone actually does get good at something, they think they're the greatest ever.
Yeah.
Part of why I liked it is for that reason. It was a refreshing take on it, but also because, again, there is something I think is very noble and interesting about the fact that this kid he really wants to be the best drummer. He wants to be the best drummer, and that is the thing he wants to become the best at. And in the grand scheme of things, that might not seem like such a massive or important goal, but the pursuit of excellence is always an important goal.
Do you think that the reason we feel entitled to be excellent at things in part is that technology has become a substitute for hard work and talent?
Yeah.
Think of how you can have AI create beautiful paintings now, but you can have them write stories. I mean, everything is so quick.
Yeah, I just, the reason, I know I went off in a couple different directions there, but my point is what I've really been trying to do is just, for my whole career, I've wanted to expand outward and grow, and we've been doing that, but I am increasingly seeing the value of just like focusing on the one thing, if that makes sense as well.
Yeah.
And like just really trying to put extra time in to make sure that the writing for this is really, really funny, because the audience might be willing to accept it if it's good, but you really still want to strive to say, I know I can make this funnier even if it's funny, and I actually don't know I can make this funnier because I don't know what else I can add, but I'm still going to try.
Hey, thanks for watching that clip. Would you like this beautiful, very high quality, definitely not made in China, not that there's anything wrong with that, Pints with Aquinas beer stein for free, sent to your door? Would you also like a copy of The Jill sent to your door 4 times a year? This is the Pints with Aquinas newspaper, by the way. If you do, go to mattfradd.locals.com and become an annual supporter for any amount. We'll send you that stuff for free, and you get a bunch of other free things in return. You'll get more information by going over to mattfradd.locals.com. Thanks.